The following technique that we will review is one that I learned while I was a student studying reflexology. And when I studied this, I realized that this technique should not be exclusive to the study of reflexology. More people should know this technique. The name of the technique that we will go over is called the palm piano key technique. This technique can be used as a warm-up, or it can be used as a cool down to help mobilize and stretch your hand. The piano key technique can be used for both the anterior and posterior sides of the hand, and not only does it do that, but it also loosens up the muscles that are found between the metacarpal bones in the hand, and which are the long bones in your hand, and it really is a good one to provide comprehensive relief to both superficial muscles and deep muscles, along with the palmar fascia in your hand. Anyone that does labor, manual labor, like I had talked about earlier, they could really benefit from doing this technique once to twice a day. Help warm up your hand, and then also at the end of your day, just to help mobilize and prevent it from getting like chronically stiff and having pain or dysfunction. If this sounds like you, then you might just want to include this technique in your self-care routine after you put it to memory. So to start this technique, we're going to find the area of muscle that we're going to work on. The area of muscle is the meaty part that's located between our fingers. So we're going to slide our hands into the meaty part of our fingers. That's a straight line down from the gap between the fingers. And then that will help us divide the area into 4 areas that we could work. So what we're going to do is when we start this, we're going to perform the action, and it's going to look something like this. So my index and my thumb on the working side, they are just gently going back and forth. And if I want, I could just move up and down that long bone, the metacarpal bone, and just mobilize. And I can do it just like this for mobility, or I can just push and hold to create a stretch. And just like that, my middle finger doesn't get as much mobilization, but as we go through them, you'll see that some areas vary more than others. And then once you get too far into one palm, you can just approach it like that. And you can even do that work, even though it'll feel a little bit different, you can still do the same mobilization even to your thumb side. Then when you're done, you switch to the other side and you begin again. So just like that. Before I showed you the palm side, but I can do it so it faces the screen just like this, and you get to see it a little bit better. And you create the mobility just like that. Switch, keep the palm relaxed on the side that's receiving the work, because if you stiffen it up, you're not going to be able to get any mobility in there. So your working side works, those muscles are tense, the side that's receiving is very relaxed and it's just receiving. Breathe deeply as you do this, that helps. And then when you're done, you can put your hands together and relax, or you can move on and do another activity or stretching drill for your hands. But either way, you'll have completed the palm piano key technique. Thanks for tuning in.